The world is full of unknowns. Mysteries, questions man has asked since the dawn of time. Are there creatures in the woods? Do certain alcohols and non-alcohols mix well together? Today on Drinks on the Internet, we'll explore both cryptids and alcohols based on cryptids. Will we uncover the truth? Will I spit something out because it tastes horrible? Mysteries await ahead on this episode.
Thank you for that informative introduction. As whichever one of us was doing outside, because we did 2 takes, said, we are doing Drinks from the Internet Cryptids edition.
That's correct. Today we are having a Mothman,
A Loch Ness monster.
Squonks Tears,
And a Bigfoot.
or depending where you are, a Sasquatch.
Or a Yeti.
I don't think a Yeti would be a very different drink.
I mean, it would be, but, like, they're probably the same cryptid.
No, I disagree. Like to me, a Yeti is like a polar bear, whereas Sasquatch is like a North American.
All right. People in the comments, go fuck yourselves.
No! Let us know if you think a Yeti is a clearly distinct thing from a Sasquatch/Bigfoot.
All right, so let's get to it. Let us start our intoxicating investigation with the enigmatic Mothman. Reportedly sighted in the forests around Point Breeze, West Virginia, the Mothman is a winged creature that stands between 6 and 7 feet tall, with its most striking feature being 2 glowing red eyes. The Mothman is said to be an omen of potential catastrophe. I suppose that means it's a good thing we're doing this drink first. This recipe comes from Yetto's Restaurant's Facebook page. To make your Mothman, in a rocks glass over ice, combine 1 ounce of vodka, 1 ounce of Kahlua, a dash of grenadine, and about 1.5 ounces of cream. And then you're going to add in 2 maraschino cherries for its glowing eyes, and this does not look like the picture. Oh, well, maybe if I stir it? No, that has only made things worse. All right, so starting off, the Mothman. So it's supposed to have the 2 cherries at the bottom that, make it look like eyes.
I can kind of see a cherry at the bottom of mine there.
I think we needed a way more vodka, but that was something I was not willing to put into this drink.
This looks like pus.
Yeah. But anyway, cheers. Not bad.
No, it's not bad.
I mean, it's a White Russian with cherry in it.
Yeah.
If we're being honest. Which, again, is not a bad drink. I do think it is a portent of bad things to come, though.
Yeah, I am not excited for this episode.
No, as you shouldn't be.
And I'd like to say the world has hundreds of cryptids.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you picked the worst cocktails.
Possibly. Alright, second sip was better. Again, this isn't bad, and if you could get the proportions right, the frustration on the recipe that I got offline for this one is it did not give any of the measurements, so I just had to guess it like, okay, so it's 1 ounce seems right. But, looking at this, it probably wasn't. But even then, if I had gotten the proportions different, it would have tasted worse.
Yeah, I mean...
Which is an inherent problem with making drinks from this sort of thing, is do you follow what it should be, or do you make something that looks good, which is inherently the duality that we all must walk.
Yes, just like the duality of cryptids of... do we want to really find out, or are we better left just wondering?
Yeah, exactly. There was a really good video I watched about the Kraken recently by Jacob Geller, and that was kind of the thesis of that video was, hey, here's this really awesome thing that people thought was legend, and then they found out existed, and it took all of the wonder out of it.
Yeah. I think anytime you find a recipe online where it doesn't give you ratios...
Mm-hmm.
Tread with caution.
Oh, yeah, definitely. All right, but anyway, so our next drink is the Loch Ness Monster. Lurking deep within the vast lochs of Scotland, or rumors of a prehistoric creature, Nessie, possibly a plesiosaur, or maybe some driftwood, or perhaps a very large eel. To add to the mystery, the most well-known photograph of this creature turned out to be a hoax of a man faking evidence with a toy submarine. The Loch Ness Monster cocktail comes from the delicious dish. To make your own Loch Ness Monster, in a shot glass you're going to combine half an ounce of melon liqueur and then layer on a half an ounce of Bailey's over a spoon. If you've done this right, it'll create a nice layer, and if you've done it wrong, it will look like this. Finally, add in half an ounce of Jaeger on top of that. Again, we have not layered this correctly. All right. The Loch Ness Monster, personally my favorite cryptid.
Yeah.
I think dinosaurs are neat, and the possibility that one still exists, even if it's just some wood or a big eel, is exciting.
I did appreciate his guest spot on The Simpsons.
Oh, yeah, definitely. So this normally is supposed to be a layered drink. I'm not putting that as the problem of the drink. I'm not going to hold that against the drink that it didn't turn out right. That is more so my technique wasn't good.
Okay, that's fair.
All right. Not bad.
No, I was expecting a lot worse.
No, that's the most I've liked Jaeger in anything.
Yeah, like, I can barely taste the Jaeger, which is probably why I like it.
Yeah. It's just, it's a little bit in there in the background to add some depth, but other than that, yeah.
Yeah, let me try. So I did a sip, because I was very concerned.
Yes.
But now that I drank it like a shot, no, I mostly just get like that melon and
the melon and the Bailey. Yeah, which who would have guessed Bailey's and melon liqueur go really well together. We're learning things, Zach.
I know, just like we're learning whether things are real in the woods.
All right, on that thing, the next one is the one that you know how to pronounce.
Squonks Tears. Shout out to MC Frenelot's song about cryptids for teaching me how to say squonk.
A local legend in Pennsylvania, the squonk is a loathsome, misshapen wild pig that constantly weeps due to its horrible, warty, just really gross appearance. If it's trapped or backed into a corner, it will dissolve into a pool of its own tears. We will be making a cocktail based off of those tears, from a recipe from The Educated Barfly. To make Squonks Tears, in a martini glass over ice, you're going to combine 1 1/2 ounce gin, 1/2 ounce mezcal, 1/4 ounce grenadine, 1/2 ounce lime juice, 1/2 ounce simple syrup, and 4 drops of a saline solution. That's just salt water. It's not anything weird. Give that a good shake and strain into a martini glass. All right, and now we have Squonks Tears.
Pretty.
It's pretty. Now, normally you're supposed to be using cherry heron, but that was extremely expensive, and I didn't feel like spending that much to make this clear, so we used grenadine.
Yeah, also, I don't want fish in my cocktail.
Yeah, that's fair. All right.
Wait, the heron's a bird.
I don't know. It's a cryptid. That's all we know.
No. God, no. No.
I don't think it's bad. I think the gin is probably... The gin is the part of it that I don't like, and I don't typically like gin, so I don't know if someone who, likes gin would like this cocktail.
Yeah, I'm not a gin drinker. I'm not a mezcal drinker. So this one, going into it, I was like, I'll keep an open mind, but I know what's in it, and I know what I like, and none of the things I really like are in this.
Yeah. All in all, again, this one I'm going to have to say, I don't really... Much like Squonk itself, not much is known. Yeah, not a fan. Not a fan.
Oh, second sip was a mistake.
Not a fan, but I'm not willing to say this is a bad cocktail.
Damn you, Squonk!
Yes, I know. You do hate the Squonk.
Oh.
It turned into tears when you chased it.
I know. Listen, if it didn't want to get chased, it shouldn't have had a bad cocktail.
That's fair. All right, and last, the Bigfoot, the one that was supposed to be, our reward, but most of these drinks have been pretty good.
Yeah, we'll find out.
All right. Finally, we come to Bigfoot, possibly the most well-known of all of the cryptids, a large ape-like creature that has been spotted throughout the various vast forests of the United States. To make a cocktail for this elusive cryptid, we'll be making a cream soda root beer bourbon float of our own creation. To make a Bigfoot, in a separate glass you're going to combine 1 ounce bourbon, 1 ounce root beer schnapps, and 4 ounces of cream soda. You're then going to add a good scoop of ice cream to your main glass, and then pour that concoction over top of it, letting it foam up and become Bigfoot-like, I guess. Yeah, no, we'll go with that. All right, and last but not least, we have our Bigfoot float.
Yes, which is not a Yeti.
It's nice.
Yeah.
It could use work.
Yeah, I think I'd rather, if I were making this up, I would still do the root beer schnapps, but I would do a root beer base, not a cream soda base.
Yeah. I was hoping the cream soda base would add a bit more oomph to it. A bit more. Yeah, but then I could have just added vanilla to root beer, so. Base or all.
And root beer already has vanilla to it as well.
I know, but I wanted to up the vanilla thing.
Wouldn't the ice cream up the vanilla?
No.
Oh, I don't understand ice cream.
No, you don't. Nor chemistry.
No. Anyway, no, it's not bad.
It's not bad at all. I was expecting this to be the best cocktail, and just straight up it isn't.
No, the Loch Ness shot.
Yeah, that was great.
No, I am. This is something where
also, I'm gonna say, if the cream soda had been cold,
that would have made a difference too, probably. But I think this to me, if I were working at a bar and somebody asked me how this is, I'd say it's worth a shot. It's not something I would never advise against it.
No, it's certainly good. Now, is this better than finding just a guy in a suit in the woods?
Yes.
A Bigfoot suit.
Yeah. No, okay, for a second I was going to be like, a guy in a suit. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't want to run into Slender Man.
Yes.
Oh man, we could have done creepypastas too. That's fine. It's fine. Next Halloween.
Obviously, a Slender Man is a highball cocktail.
Yeah, no. We'll figure it out. That'll be next Halloween, probably.
Also, I'd just be worried about, oh no, you found a random, business manager in the woods.
Yeah.
He's here to survey the land for how much it's worth and strip for everything.
Oh no, that's what I looked like at the beginning if we used my take. It's not yours.
Oh.
This also gets better as you sort of mix in the vanilla.
Yeah, that's what I've been trying to do to get it a little more just
more of a mix, which
I think this works better as a mix than a float.
Yeah. Which is fine. We're experimenting, we're finding out the deep secrets of cryptids and such. And thank you for joining us on this episode. I'm going to throw it out to Outside Joe for the outro. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of the unknown through spirits and alcohol consumption. If you learned anything today, shame on you. You really shouldn't have done that. But thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time for perhaps a much more normal episode of Drinks from the Internet. Yeah, I like that a lot.